The Seahawks caught flack earlier this year when Russell Wilson, who appeared to suffer a blow that could have caused a concussion, immediately returned to the field after declining to enter the medical tent during a November 9 game against the Cardinals. The NFL and NFLPA investigated the matter and decided to fine the Seahawks $100,000 as a result. Additionally, according to a joint statement from the NFL and NFLPA, the Seahawks coaching and medical staffs will have to attend additional training on the concussion protocol. From the statement, the NFL and NFLPA have jointly reviewed the application of the concussion protocol to Russell Wilson. The results of the joint review determined there was a failure in the application of the protocol following the tackle of Mr. Wilson during the Seahawks-Cardinals game on November 9. As a result, Seattle has been fined $100,000 and the coaching and medical staffs will be required to attend remedial training regarding the protocol. Wilson, on the play in question, shook off the attempt to take him into the blue medical tent after being sent to the sidelines. The Seahawks quarterback was hit so hard he had to have his jaw realigned, even though Wilson also argued after the fact that he did not suffer a concussion. "We knew that the results of the investigation were coming and we knew that the Seahawks would likely be disciplined. The results of the investigation are pretty much what you expected to find out after watching the video." Basically, Russell was forced to leave the field for a medical examination and then came back without being examined. The results of the joint review determined that the protocol was triggered when Mr. Wilson was directed to the sideline for an evaluation after the referee, Walt Anderson, concluded that a medical examination was warranted. Nonetheless, the required evaluation was not conducted and Mr. Wilson was permitted to return to the game without an evaluation. Once it is determined that a medical examination is warranted, a player may only be cleared to return by the medical staff. Mr. Wilson's return to the field without a sideline concussion evaluation was therefore in violation of the concussion protocol. Subsequently, the team medical staff did examine the player and clear him for the protocol. This is the second year in a row the Seahawks have been disciplined for an injury situation, including failing to disclose Richard Sherman's MCL injury last year. The Seahawks announced on Thursday they accepted the results of the investigation. Seattle would eventually win the game, so one could question if the victory was worth it or not. If Seattle makes the playoffs this year, they need a lot to happen, but are still in the race. That win over Arizona could be the difference, which means paying $100,000 to keep Russell Wilson on the field and out of the medical tent could be the difference too.